Okay, so Apple has announced a lot of new things in the past week. So let's break down what's new, what's been refreshed, and two new products that was announced by Apple. Now first, let's actually just cover some of the products that did get a refresh throughout the week, and it's actually not too bad. Now the first product that was announced with a refresh was the all-new iPad Air, which will now include the M4 chip, which previously did have the M3 chip. Now this will give you more performance, and you'll still have the same functionality as the previous iPad Air with the M3 option. Now another product that actually had a refresh was the all-new MacBook Air, which will now include the M5 chip, which means yes, it'll have not only more performance, but of course will now include a longer battery life, which will be a nice little plus for those who are wanting to use the MacBook Air, especially for, let's say, video editing, when you have the projects that you might be wanting to do. But now let's talk about the all-new MacBook Pro, which now has the M5 Pro and the M5 Max chips, which yes, does mean you'll not only get more performance, because of course when they announced the M5 chip there was no Pro or Max option, but now you can actually have that performance with the MacBook Pro. And not just that, but it'll still be at the same price, which means yes, you don't have to worry about the RAM shortage actually affecting the prices too much for the Apple products. But now let's talk about some displays that were announced from Apple, which by the way, I did not actually know they announced new displays, but I did find this out through Apple's website. So there is a refreshed version of the Studio display, which will also include basically a more refresh option. It'll of course include a 5K liquid retina display that can go up to 60 Hz, which isn't much and is priced at roughly $1,400. But there is an all new XDR display. It's not going to be the Pro option, but this is going to be more of an entry-level option for the XDR display, which will include a 5K liquid retina display that can go up to 120 Hz, which is a very impressive spec to actually have. It will be giving you all the colors you actually need, especially if you're wanting to use this for video editing, photo editing, or even graphic design. But now let's actually talk about the two new products that are announced by Apple. Now first, let's talk about the all-new iPhone 17e, which by the way looks like the 17e or the E line for the new phones is going to be replacing the SE options, which to be fair, this is going to be a smart move from Apple because, well, not only is it going to be giving more affordability for those that can't afford obviously the standard 17 or the 17 Pros, but also will be kind of replacing what we used to have, which was the mini option for these standard models. But just to give a rough idea of what the 17e includes, basically is a standard 17, but does have some things stripped away. Now it will include a 48 megapixel fusion camera, which will give you a good quality image when it comes to obviously photos and videos. It will include the A19 chip, which is a nice little option to have. It will include MagSafe charging, it will also include USB-C, and of course has some decent options when it comes to the colors. Now of course this is just going to be a bare bone iPhone, but price tag is pretty good. Now of course the price tag that you are gaining for all the stuff that I just mentioned is $600, and that is of course including 256 gigabytes of storage. Then of course we finally have the all new MacBook Neo. Now let's be honest, this MacBook was one of the biggest rumors we've had for the longest of times, because this was rumored since basically about 2 years ago. And basically a lot of people thought this was going to be known as the MacBook SE, but no, it's going to be known as Neo. Now the MacBook Neo is going to be a more affordable option for those who are wanting to get into the ecosystem, especially with Mac OS. Now this will be a 13-inch MacBook, which isn't a bad size at all. It will obviously be using the A18 Pro chip, which will actually give you a decent performance. And so far, to give a rough estimate, if you're someone that has an M1 chip with a MacBook device or even a Mac Mini, it's going to be roughly the same performance, which is actually pretty good. And not just that, but it might be a lot more faster in some tasks. So I do say if you are someone that wants to get this can actually be very performant, even though it is using a phone chip. Now of course, besides that, you'll also get spatial audio, which is actually nice to have. You'll have 2 USB-C ports, and of course a touchpad. And to also mention, you'll also get a headphone jack. And not just that, but the display for the Neo is going to be a liquid retina display, which is pretty good. And also you'll be getting a 1080p webcam, which will also include center stage. And of course the pricing for the all new MacBook Neo is going to be priced at $600, which is a good price tag. And basically will be complementing the Mac Mini M4 option in terms of price. But as to let me know in the comments below of which one you would actually go for your own use. But I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next one. Be safe as always, and have a great day onwards.